going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Bill. So, I'm getting ready to do update number 4, I think it is, on this Impala. I did the primer off camera because like I said, I have to figure out a different camera angle to get you guys over here better. Thinking about buying maybe another one like I have here and mounting it over there where I can get you over there better. So today we're gonna tape off the roof. I'm gonna two-tone this. I looked up some pictures online, and these cars actually came with a white top. Some of them are just painted white, some of them are vinyl. I'm just gonna leave this one the white primer. So we're gonna tape off the roof, and then we're gonna paint this car with this. Just acrylic metallic craft paint. It's actually a really cool color too. I don't know how this will show up for you, but see if I can get some light in there. I used this on one other car, a Nova, that I did for my, what year was that? 66. I only know that because there's 2 more kits up there that are, well, they were kind of some parts were taken out of them. A lot of guys like using those for the chassis out of them for making their other quarter-miler cars. And then we're going to use Homey Art thinner for the paint. My other, so I'd mentioned this in another video, my Kaleido retarder thinner came. You know, the Kaleido varnish did come. I messed with it a little bit. I wasn't able to mix it the way Ken suggested because I wasn't doing a whole car with it. So I'm going to hold off doing a video on that. I'm going to do a video, but I'm going to wait until I'm actually comfortable with the process, which I'm thinking will be on this Impala. So, all right, I'm going to pause this for a minute. I'm going to get some taping done, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got the taping done. I chose this little trim piece. Get a little bit of light over here. There's this trim piece that goes around right here. I don't care if that gets, I don't care if that gets painted, but I use that right here. I taped right down the middle of that because I'm going to put bare metal foil on there. So I taped down lower so that hopefully I don't have to worry about any paint getting under the tape and then bleeding onto the white. And the tape that I use, and I really recommend this stuff. It is like the best. Couple things. Go get you some of this. It's low tack. It's really, I mean, you get quite a bit of it. I've never used the Tamiya tape, but I'm told that this stuff is very similar to it. It's like really thin. And so yeah, try it. The other thing that I learned from watching you other content creators is never put your tape down on the table because you have a lot of little bits of stuff on it that gets stuck to your hair. So whenever I use this, it comes with this container. I sit it back in the container. So just a little tip for you. All right. Oh, one more thing I want to mention, because I learned this the hard way, and this is really for new modelers just getting into it. I always tape the hood on right here when I'm getting ready to paint the car. Because I usually paint the under the hood anyway, and I'll tape it off and paint that black. The reason why I tape like the hood of the trunk on, or even the doors if they're separate, because I've had the whole body painted and then painted the hood separately, and even though it was the same paint, Didn't come out a different color, just came out darker or lighter, because you might put 3 coats in the body and lose count and only put 2 coats on the hood, or you put 3 coats, you know what I mean? So I would recommend taping whatever you're going to paint the body, tape everything on. Paint it all at once. That way you have the same number of layers on the entire car, and hopefully that'll stop that. So, all right, I'm going to pause this again, mix up some paint, and I'm going to spray this, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, I just want to bring you back in quick before I paint this Impala. So I can't really give you a mix ratio on this paint because like this stuff is like massively thick. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can get any squished up there or not, but you can see, I mean, it's really thick. Because they never intended it to be model paint. It's supposed to be like brushed on, but it does work. Anyways, you know, everybody says that your paint's supposed to be the consistency of milk. I'm not really sure what that means. I was watching another guy, oh gosh, a long time ago, probably a year ago, and I was watching him mix up paint. And what he does, and I'm going to show you guys, is he'll tilt the cup and he'll see if the paint runs down the side. See how it kind of runs down it? You can drag it up, and if it kind of runs down a bit, let me do this side. See how it kind of runs down the side of the cup? So that's the consistency I found that works best for me. So I don't really, like I said, I don't really have a ratio to give you. Some craft paint you can do 50-50 and it works fine. Some guys do use 91% rubbing alcohol. I try to avoid doing that because it almost seems like it dries it out too quick. So that's why I use this stuff. It seems to work pretty well. It's pretty inexpensive. And so, all right, I'm going to get this painted and then we'll be back. All right, guys, excuse me. I'm going to drink of my coffee, and we're going to take the, let me know what you guys think of this color. I love it. But we're going to take this tape off. I don't like to leave it sitting on too long, but dang, coffee went down the wrong tube. I mean, look at that. Ain't that a cool color? All right, let's see if I had any tape or paint that went under the tape. If I did, well, then I guess I'm going to be taking the tape off, or the paint off, and trying it again. The paint's not quite dry, so I got to be careful not to get tape in it and get my finger in it and all that other jazz. But, ooh, that would have been bad. So I'm sure all of you know from building models, for whatever reason, it seems like paint attracts itself to the edge of the tape. So that's why I try to get it off as soon as I can. This is always the most fun part for me. I love taking the tape off and seeing what it looks like underneath, and man, I'm digging it so far with that white top. Unfortunately, when this model gets done, it's going to somebody else that asked me to build it for him. Almost did it again. All right, here we go. Let me get this back up on my little paint stand here so I don't have to rip out. Yeah. I'm going to have to touch up a little bit. Well, I can probably put some bare metal foil there to cover up that right there. Maybe run some bare metal foil down that. Yeah, same thing happened on that side. So that's what I'll do to fix that. I'll just run some bare metal foil down there and wrap it around here. And yeah, so now I just got to let this dry for a few days. And the only downside about using craft paint is you can't two-tone, because I think even with the frog tape, I've never tried it, but I think it would peel it back off. So what I do after it dries for a couple days, I'll put a coat of clear on it. It seems to help lock the paint on, because even with the bare metal foil, it might pull. Well, if it pulls paint off, I'm back to square one. I'll have to take all the paint off of it. But all right, guys. Well, there's the painting of the Impala. So give me 1 second here and we'll close this out. Alright, guys, so I hope you're enjoying my little series so far. I mean, I've never done a whole, well, I've only been on YouTube for like a month, so I've never done a whole model building series, so I thought it'd be something fun to do. And there's not a lot of parts to this kit. I mean, it's, I don't even know what the part count is. I didn't even look, but there's not a lot. There's really no suspension to do. In fact, I got the, I'll show you this quick. Right there's the suspension for it. Like, there's no leaf springs. They're all, let me get this light over here a little bit. The whole, I'm gonna like paint the exhaust up, and but yeah, there's really nothing to it. So, all right, guys, thanks again for tuning in to listen to me babble, and I appreciate you and appreciate my subscribers, and we'll catch you in the next video. Be well, my friends, and bye.